What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Gripe. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
Oh, man, another day, man. Living the dream here. Guys, we got a good one. A more calm Unk now, right? I think I'm a little bit more at peace with myself here. It's been a good week. Second week's about to wrap up. Let me get the Xbox thing up here. I'm still getting used to all the mechanics here of having to do this all on our own, but good engagement here. Let's take a look at Let's take a look at what we've got here for week 2. We're going to go ahead and dive into some of the things that are happening in PBL. Gripe, what are your initial thoughts on the first 2 weeks of the season? How has it gone? Where are you a little bit surprised? Where are you, where are you not surprised? Where are you surprised?
I think the most important thing that we all care about in PBL is that we have seen incredible engagement. Everybody's playing their games. Yep. Trash talk is strong. That's always a good measure of the league. What's the trash talk look like? We've got rivalries coming out of nowhere, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit later on tonight. But I think engagement is good, so that's a really good sign. I'm telling you right now, I said last season there were 10 guys who can win. There are 15 guys who can win right now.
You've expanded it.
There is more competition at the top half of the league than there ever has been, or at least has been in a long time.
All right. Well, we'll dive into that. We're going to do the regular show today that you guys are accustomed to. Again, if it is your first time here, you guys are watching PBL. This is our non-sim 48-hour advanced league. By non-sim, we define that as no gameplay rules. You can run the meta. You can run the ebook stuff. You can do whatever it is that you see your favorite MCS player doing on Twitch. You can really come and do it at a really, really bad level here. A couple quick announcements. Hesh is not able to join us tonight, but I did want to touch on just a couple of things as PBLU is finalizing another season here. We're currently in the quarterfinals. Tristan and Wes, two guys. Wes is in PBL. Tristan is not. He should be, but he ducked because he knows. But anyways, we're in the quarterfinals right now. Just wanted to make an announcement here on behalf of Hesh. We are not technically moving to a money league for PBLU. It is still a free league, but Hesh wanted everybody to know in order for you to win and be eligible for the cash prize that we are going to offer in next season, you have to be part of the tier 1 or the tier 2 program. And again, quarterfinals are in right now. There's a couple guys that are in there right now. Ole Miss with Dawes. He's taking on Georgia with Hesh. I like Hesh in that one. Dawes is a real good player, but I like Hesh in that one. Tristan with Ohio State, probably the favorite right now to win it. He just beat Blaze with the Penn State Nittany Lions. That was a close game until the second half. Then Tristan was able to pull away. T-Winks, who I believe is new, the Washington Huskies, he's taking on Gripe's favorite human in the whole wide world, Trelly and the Fighting Irish.
I'm glad you brought that up. I don't want to interrupt, but we have a guest here tonight.
Oh,
this is a figure to represent my good friend Trelly. As you know, we used to be rivals. It's been some time really since that was even remotely relevant. But we'll get to this a little bit later on. Here's my little son, Trelly. We will revisit that later on in the show.
Trelly has an official thing. What up, Hesh?
What's up, guys?
Hesh, I don't want to say this, but I think you're gonna have to accept what I'm about to tell you right now. Hesh, was I carrying your cross? Was I carrying your cross, Hesh? I was making the announcements here for PBL. I was carrying your cross, bro.
Man,
lifting your heavy burdens.
I appreciate it, but duty calls. I have to take care of some stuff, but I'm here. Where are we at?
Absolutely. We'll get right back to you so you can harp on it a little bit more. I'm just kind of going through some of the quarterfinals, and then we've got T and Auburn going up against Wesley, and I think that game was finalized as well. I think UCLA got the better of that. So I think all eyes right now, Hesh, unless you disagree with me, I think all eyes right now are on West with UCLA and Tristan at Ohio State. They're both on opposite sides of the bracket. All intents and purposes, it looks like we could get that Tristan and West national championship game if it all pans out the way that it looks on paper. Yeah.
On paper, and they faced off earlier on the season, and I think Wes beat him by 1. It was 36-35. West got it at home. So
Okay.
UCLA's home field isn't something, to brag about, but he still was at home. And if they do face off in the Natty, there's no home field advantage anyway. So, we'll see.
Let me ask you both a question, since I haven't played PBLU since Madden dropped. How significant? We had a debate in the preseason about home field advantage. What's the consensus now? Scale 1 to 10. The impact of home field advantage is.
I want to say an 8.
Wow.
And then it depends on the person as well. We had Slot season 1. He laughed at us. You mentioned home field advantage. He laughed. And to be fair, it didn't affect him at all.
Yeah, he won.
So there is a mental aspect to it. So the scale can range from 7 to 9 depending on the person.
Go a little deeper on that, though, because it's more than mental, isn't it? It's gameplay. Because of the effect, you got to call the game differently, and he obviously did.
So Slot, personally, I don't think he called his games different. He was no huddle, one quick, stem his corner, drag this guy, whatever he did. But my scale from 7 to 9 is because of the mental aspect of it. But 7 if you're strong mentally, because sometimes you're not able to make a hot route or a protection, and that stuff is important.
Yeah, I agree. Hesh, harp on a little bit because I didn't touch on it too much, so we can move on to PBL real quick. Go ahead and make that announcement. I chimed on it a little bit just on the it's still free to play, but if you want to be eligible for it, so go ahead and just touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, so it's 2025, and we decided to have 2 identities. One is a paid league, and one is a free league, and it's in one. So the option to buy a membership qualifies you to make some money off of it. And for the guys who don't want to spend money on it, they're still able to play. The benefits of a membership are limited to where it doesn't give you that much of an advantage as someone who's playing for free, but it gives you something for your membership. And it's basically the only way to merge two ends of the spectrum and kind of make everybody happy. And the feedback I've gotten from a lot of guys who did DM me is this is the way to go. I would have left if I had to pay.
If it was forced to pay. I think we also need to let the guys know in PBLU that, moving forward to the next season, they should expect. So see what they're looking here at PBL. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of a load off my back knowing that it's 2 shows a week. And then even with PBL Insider, it's not as long a show. Gripe does a really good job, and maybe we could do that in PBLU too, where we kind of give a little bit of that newsletter. So, when I'm not having, a creative day, that kind of helps navigate me to go, okay, I kind of know where I could go with this and then kind of freestyle off the top. So, yeah, I mean, if you're in PBLU, man, get used to seeing something like this. Again, you see Hesh here representing PBLU. In PBL, you see Gripe in here. I'm in here. So, again, kind of what Gripe echoed on, so we can get on with the show.
The representation doesn't end there, though. The representation doesn't end there. I will be representing the league as a national champion in about 6 days.
There we go. There we go. All right,
it's a lock.
Let's get to PBL.
I don't know if anyone believes me when I said that.
I don't think anybody believes you. So we're gonna recap week 1. This is a recap show today, so we'll get to the PBL Insider episode. But let's go ahead. Let's dive into what we typically start all of our shows with, man. Week 1, we'll take a look here at Players of the Week. Trelly and JJ McCarthy here having a nice day here in week 1, boys. Over 650 yards passing, 7 passing touchdowns. Somebody keep note of this and who the hell he played. Because, man, McCarthy went nuts, man. 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. On the defensive side of things, I hate when people win Player of the Week on defense, and it's at my freaking exposure. Perm in the corner with 2 INTs. He got to say hi to mom 2 times. Yada, yada, yada. And then on the AFC side of things, again, I'm interested to know where you guys stand on NLB. I think I've made myself perfectly clear that I just don't think he's played anybody this entire Madden season that he's proven to us that his game is still as good or above that, seeing that when he had his first round bye, got into the division round against Dimes, the guy was familiar with, he lost. All that being said, we could get to that when we're looking at the games, but he did win player of the week in week 1 with Bo Nix and Isaiah Rodgers on the defensive side. Anything, do you guys take anything at all? Do you guys park it in the back of your mind when you see these players of the week? I know I've always done them. I don't know if anybody gets anything out of them as far as, okay, when I go play Trelly, I got to be on the lookout here for McCarthy. Keep in mind, I think this is a game that the Vikings lost. What do you think about that?
Patch, what do you think?
I don't put much stock into player of the week.
Yeah.
I
mean, we don't even look at it in PBLU.
It's not important at all. It's great for the individual boost, just the chatter, but no one's going in the chat saying, "Hey, I got player of the week." Like, it's not that important.
And let me just ask this question, and both of you guys can maybe just to clarify. Nothing happens, right? If you win MVP, maybe this year with all the coaching stuff, but if you win MVP, do you get anything?
Yeah, no, it used to be. Well, you get XP, but it used to be a big deal. I mean, 5 Maddens ago, for 10 years, you played to get the end of the year awards because that's how you got development boost. That's how you got XP boost. You could turn a 65 overall into a 95 in a season. The XP system was overhauled in Madden 20. And it's changed significantly since. So no, there's not a big benefit in game. I will tell you though what it does if you are paying attention, particularly going into the playoffs. I don't think it matters much in the regular season. I do think it tells you the patterns of read progressions for players. If I'm seeing that a wide receiver for Trelly has twice as many catches as anybody else, I know that's his first read. I know that's where he's locked in. Same thing for a tight end or anybody else. So I think it's more relevant about style of play than I think it is about the actual award.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we get into week 1, we had a very interesting PBL insider that got a lot of reaction from a lot of people. I think some people laughed and mocked at a genuine promise. All right. We didn't laugh at Tim Tebow when he promised that he would take the Gators to the promised land. But it was an interesting PBL insider. We started on Denver, so maybe we should stay there just before, again, we get to the week 1 stuff. The Denver Broncos, NLB, Colts last year, number 1 seed, early playoff exit. I have been harping that he's not playing anybody. You guys have seen, even if you haven't put too much thought into it, I've echoed it. Let's take a look here at the chat real quick before I throw the question at you guys. Got Trelly in here's already saying, "Oh, brother." I'm assuming that's in regards to baby Trelly there sitting next to Gripe. Gripe's newsletters go hard. They do indeed. Trelly says it don't matter. I lost that game. Slot is in here. Still, no one will top a 15-0 SMU Mustangs season. Right. Probably not. Probably not. So Denver. Give me your thoughts on Denver here while we go take a look at his roster. Let's see what he's working with. We'll take a look at his schedule. Gripe, your thoughts on NLB so far, not just this season where we're going into 3 weeks and the Denver Broncos again are sitting at 2-0, but even last year, the number 1 seed, losing to Dimes. NLB, your thoughts?
Before I list 15 different teams that can win a Super Bowl in PBL, we're gonna have to do that as a different segment on a different show. We need to give some more thought to that. But NLB is one of them. He is going to make the playoffs this year, and he is not going to be successful in the playoffs unless he builds a scheme to beat comp guys. He is going to play. He is not going to be playing the average player in playoffs who he dominates. If you go put NLB, and here's my take in one sense, if you put NLB up against an average player in PBL, he's going to win by 3 touchdowns. And if you put him up against a competitive player, another playoff competitor, he's going to barely win or barely lose. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But his next step is to prepare a game plan against competitive players. That means a different defense. It means a different offensive scheme than works against, no offense, but Kiz Tech.
Do you think he's entered, because of the conference that he's in, do you think he's entered the shoddy phase? Give him a win this season in the postseason against Dimes, who he lost to last season. You think NLB has what it takes? Forget my for a minute. Do you think he can beat Wes?
Yes.
Hesh. I know you didn't play. I know you didn't play PBL last season, but you know NLB enough. You've now seen enough, I think, of a body sample from Wes. Remove my out of the equation, and assuming that Denver beats Dimes this season, who again he didn't last season in the playoffs from the same division. If you had to make a decision today, a year off of PBL, but you know NLB enough, you've seen enough body of work from Wes. NLB, Wes play, who do you take?
So I would say I know Wes a little more, especially through the college football, but I would kind of put him right there. If NLB's game has changed over the last year, I don't know, but he has the route combos. He understands them. He knows when to use them. He's able to move the ball downfield. I don't think that part has changed. Maybe he's playing competition who understands what he wants to do, and they're able to take that away. And the next step for him is to switch it up, and maybe he's not doing that. I don't know because I haven't really watched him. Wes, I would say he's pretty up to date on I don't know. I heard him talking about bunch tight end flip, this and that. If there's something that's out there, he probably knows it. So if I have to pick a side, I would go with Wes just off the fact that I believe Madden and college football, it's about the more you know, right? You might come out in a cover 4 and think, oh, this is right, but shoot, you were in a cover 4 drop. You should have been in a quarters or a palms. And the more you know, Wes to me seems like he's more invested in it, and he has just that little notch with the knowledge part of it.
I like what you said there, because I could definitely see NLB being up to date on things as soon as a patch drops. But Wes is more in tune on the week-to-week little things that aren't necessarily something that the patch fixes, but the adjustments. Just, hey, let's get out of that nickel wide now. That nickel wide isn't doing much of anything anymore, where it's still effective, but it's not what you saw Henry run when he just won his belt for the first time. Right now, you wouldn't know that unless you're just kind of listening, really got your ear to the street on the community. But whereas NLB might be, well, once the patch drops, I'll read the notes. And what NLB, I think, has a really strong ability to do is just always adjust to what the latest is. Gripe, he's got 4 players that are over 95. He's got Minners here, the right guard, so let's remove that. He's got 3 players over 95, and then there is a significant drop-off to a 92, and now you're in the 80s. The speed of that 92 wide receiver in Peralta is 90. Does NLB have the roster?
Yeah, I mean, let's just start with the top 2 players, and we can end the conversation right there. He's got a 97 speed wide receiver. He's got obviously an elite quarterback, and he's got some coverage. I'm sorry, 93 speed. I misread that. Okay, I take it back then. I don't think overalls matter, honestly, much at all, particularly in a game where the abilities don't work. I mean, out of the 50 abilities in the game, there might be 3 or 4 that matter. I do think speed matters. He's got a good enough roster. The roster is not additive. It's just as good as everybody else's. He's going to win with scheme. MLB is a scheme guy. He's not a team guy. And he's going to be in the playoffs.
Let's move on to one more that we talked about during PBL Insider. I'm going to let you guys navigate this one before we then get to the week 1 recap shows. Unk's first win comes when, boys? Gripe answer the next win. Hesh, I want you to tell me when my next loss is.
Well, your win is week 3.
Yeah,
And
we agree. Week 3. You're winning this week. He's going to hear that loud and clear. Jed is unhappy about his preseason projection by Unk to be 4th in that division. He has made his feelings clear this week in the chat. You are going to dog walk him like you were playing noon. And I'll let Hash answer when you're going to lose again.
I play T-Rex flex. I'm not losing to anybody. I'm not losing to a paleontologist.
Who's the Falcons?
Chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't like that.
No. I was thinking of someone.
Chocolate's falling off. Chocolate's falling off. I'll say it. He's falling off. He's really falling off.
He's falling off or he's on and off?
No, falling off.
Really?
Off a cliff.
So he just joined PBLU last season, and people were hyping him up as one of the top Madden players. Oh, he
was 2 years ago. This is not about yesterday. This is about today.
Am I beating Aiden with an A?
Yeah, I can see you beating Aiden.
So we're gonna save our season here.
No. Come down a little bit more. Obviously, we're gonna skip week 8 because that's a guarantee.
I played Tristan. You know what? I'm gonna beat Weiss.
I'll give you a W. Jed again.
I'm gonna split with Trelly. I beat Trelly last season in the regular season.
Week 11 is your next loss. Anything before that is a disappointment, and you need to get a different ebook. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna be DJ.
I'll tell you right now, Unc, you've got one more loss with that stupid new book, and you need to go back. I'm telling you right now. I was
going to ask you if the way that I played over the last 2 games at least made you hold some reservations on whether or not I should stay in Hexy's ebook a little bit more. I think I've earned that.
The reason you're 0-2 is not because of your offense; it's because of your clock management. So you got one more game with it.
Why don't you just give Hexy your login and just let him play for you?
Just let him.
You're using
we gotta have that conversation offline. Unc loses week 5, says Dimes. You can go to hell, Dimes, but happy Friday. They'll talk about the Pats.
Week 5?
I don't know.
Chocolate. He's got losing the chocolate.
Keep Unc Weiss is not the same player. So I just beat Weiss. Didn't I just play Weiss? Henry's ebook is God. All right, boys, let's get to week 1. To our typical standard show. If we touched on the games, we won't harp on it long. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately for Hesh, he was on this one. Hesh was frustrated this day, or it was maybe the week 2 game. Hesh, your thoughts? You're just kind of getting back into Madden. We kind of touched on this a little bit. Aiden had a really, really good dominating performance. Cowboys with a really, really good game here, 373. Hesh with 213 yards. You don't usually see a guy that's not favored, which I think Hesh was not favored here going into this game. Coming back to PBL, Aiden with the Cowboys. You put up 213 yards on the ground. What went wrong, Hesh?
So we were going back and forth pretty much the first half. And right there at the end of the half, I was about to take a lead. And I think I was inside the 7-yard line. He hit me. I fumbled it. My offensive line kicked it back 15 yards. We picked it up and ran it and scored. And at that point, he had a 21-14 lead going into half. And me personally, I can't get used to the passing in this game.
So offense is what's triggering you right now.
I mean, look at my numbers. I have 100 and how many rushing yards did I have? 213.
What are you finding fundamentally different from college to Madden?
It's the angle of the camera. So when I'm in college football, I snap back within 2 seconds. I know who's going to be open. And I know once I pass it where I need to adjust my receiver to get the ball. In Madden, I can't get to that. I can't seem to find get comfortable with the passing angle.
We are on a equal opportunity PBL and PBLU show. So I am not encouraging one way or another, but it is very difficult to go back and forth to the games for the reason you just said. The windows look like they're there in one game and they're not there in the other. Exactly. The route combos might be the same. The coverage works a little bit differently. It's a different game. Adjusting back and forth every day is not a good idea for either of your games.
Aiden says that he was throwing passes that would have been dots in college, but they were picks in Madden.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 3 of my 4 picks were college passes. The fourth one, it was just the wrong button, and he picked it off. That was something I can't get mad about. But that's really what it is.
Taking a look at the stats here. Joe Milton, 6 touchdowns, 1 INTs. We just talked about it. Arch Lagway, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. On the rushing side, we don't talk about it a lot, but Cleveland did find some success here. $121 here for Mike Griffin. Lagway adding 94 yards on 5 carries. On the receiving side, 2 guys going over 100 yards. 7 catch day here for George Pickens for Aiden, 127 yards. Got to say hi to Mom 2 times there. Followed by his teammate CeeDee Lamb, 4 catches, $105 with 2 touchdowns. And a couple guys here for the Browns. Manny Grubbs having a nice day, catching himself 98 yards on 2 receptions and a touchdown. So, I mean, yeah, just
one nice play.
one nice play. We talked about this one as well. Luna, call it what it is. I don't know if this is more praise for Greedy, who, again, I in the weirdest way, I like the way he is losing. The games are not these blowout games. The defense has never been there for Greedy, and it's going to continue to be that. But Luna with a 38-35 victory here, 532, 16 yards.
I'll tell you what it is right now. You asked the question. I'll answer the question. If you win by 3 and your team and your opponent turns the ball over 4 times, you're washed. You're not good. You're a bad player if you win by a field goal. But
he won a bowl. He had just come from winning a bowl over at Road to Glory.
Listen, I don't know Road to Glory. I don't need to know Road to Glory. I'm not interested in playing with a bunch of 14-year-olds who just picked up the game so I can feel better about my ego. Half the league in here might, but Luna is on fraud alert.
Damn. We gotta look. I might have to take a look to see how he did in week 2 here. 5 touchdown performance for Cameron Cordani. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 310 yards here for Greedy. The 4 touchdowns is good. The 310 yards is good. 4 interceptions, no bueno. My longtime PBL brethren. 63% completion for both guys. Again, on the running side of things, not much happening here. McCaffrey picking up 46 yards on 10 carries. And then on the receiving side, Christian Watson, my God, man, he's wearing the same jersey number. Focus on him. 8 catches, 238, first wide receiver to go over 200 yards in PBL this season. 3 touchdowns, followed by Darius Slayton, who went for $197 and 2 touchdowns. Juan Vallejo, 119, 3 catches and 2 touchdowns. Any thoughts on this game real quick before we move on to the next game, gentlemen?
We don't need to look at his schedule. I just did it for you. His schedule is softer than a marshmallow for the first 10 weeks. We won't know a thing about Luna until midseason.
Now, this is where I'm going to push back because you're echoing something that and Trelly is probably my right-hand man when it comes to this. He sniffs this out immediately. Guys go 5-6 weeks in, and Trelly will yell it in the stream. Yeah, Trelly will be like, go look at the schedule. Gripe is bringing it up right now, and this is kind of what I find a little bit of the hypocrisy, and I think it's because he's more of a valued historical user. But with NLB, I kept kind of indicating, man, that schedule is not strong last year, and I was a little bit ignored. I like the fact that we're highlighting this for Luna now. We're highlighting this for Luna now.
NLB had a fraudulent schedule last year. He does not this year. He's going to be tested early. Luna has I won't even read the schedule. It doesn't matter. See me in week 10, and we'll see how Luna's doing.
Speaking of that AFC West, Dimes, who I believe will regress this year, falls to just a really good Madden player. 34-17, 384 yards here for the Chargers, but it was not good enough to the 307 yards that Mai had. However, no turnovers for the Indianapolis Colts, 1 turnover for the Chargers. Every time I see a limited turnover game by both users, that I see a double-digit lead, this just kind of tells me that the Colts were able to score at will on almost every possession, and the Chargers were not. There came a time where the Colts ended up getting a couple of stops here. A 319-yard game here for Manny Grimes and a touchdown. Very, very crazy stats here for a game that was that high scoring. Sherrod White went for 28, 1 touchdown and 1 INT. On the running side, nobody did anything. On the receiving side, had a couple guys going over a $120, which includes, again, my favorite Irishman, Lad McConkey, and Aronde Gadsden II. Wow. 6'5", 240. Yep, just like his daddy, for those of you guys that remember when he was a stud for the Miami Dolphins. Thoughts on Dimes here from both of you guys. I say Dimes is going to regress. Had a really good, strong season 1. I don't think he's going to suck, but I do think that we're not going to see him in a Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to see him in an AFC Championship game, and I don't think we're going to see him in a divisional round. You guys agree?
I'm going to answer your question about Dimes. I'm going to throw a couple other names into it, and you referenced this on Insider earlier today. Since the end of season 1 and the reboot, we have had a major patch that patched 2 major game styles. Flipping was one of them. Dimes, Tizzy, maybe Nick, maybe Jalen, their games have taken a noticeable turn for the worse since the patch. And leading that pack is Dimes.
What about Wes? Because I know he was a big flipper.
And Wes. He was a flipper. Okay. He was a flipper.
Yeah, but has it impacted Wes's game? He's sitting at 2-0. My thing with Wes.
Wes is not sitting at 2-0. I beat Wes.
Oh, you beat Wes.
I beat his ass in week 1.
Damn, you beat his ass in week 1. That's right. I'm holding my reservations on how this patch impacted Wes. I immediately see it on his Tizzy.
Dime says he doesn't flip, so okay, maybe I'm corrected on flipping. The short corner was the other big change. The meta guys, and I'm naming those names here, who have run the meta stuff. And I think Hesh, you were on it earlier. You've got guys like Tizzy, you've got guys like Dimes, like Nick, like Wes. We could keep going, who are on top of the trends. But then you got to adjust to the new trend. And when you get a patch that shuts down 50% of the community's offense, you got to adjust. They just haven't done it yet.
Maybe they're waiting for the ebook to update.
Which they do. They do. At least on Civ, they always release like a thing that's like updated post-patch way to run something.
Charlie's in the chat. He said Tizzy's struggling. He's right. Tizzy is a very talented player. He struggled in the playoffs last year. Barely won a game. He won a game. He beat me by a field goal. He's a better player than what he's playing. It's the adjustments, and that's the game.
To answer your question,
hey Hus, to answer your question, I don't think Dimes is going to regress. If you're
Super Bowl last year,
yes. So if you said divisional round is still a regression, he's going to make the playoffs, and I think from what I know, as limited as my knowledge is, I don't see why he wouldn't repeat, at least to the conference finals. So I'm gonna go against you on that one. And I think you guys need to stop putting Maya on a pedestal. He
damn. Hash, I tried to not. Here's what. Hold on though. Wait. Hold on though. You know what? When it comes to I'll say this: of the tier 1 guys, I don't know if there's been one more guy more disrespected of the tier 1 guys than because when he won his first 2 bowls, everybody said that it was because he had KC. Then he had Carolina. Now he didn't win a bowl because he kept running into Cerebro with the Panthers. I said he wasn't going to make the playoffs in Hexy's league. I think to be fair, has gotten a lot of pushback. Maybe not from me. Maybe not for me as much as but there's been a remnant of the guys in here that have absolutely gone to town on not thinking that he's that dude. Not thinking that he's that dude. Let's move on to the next game here between 2 rookies, Devo the Doob and T-Rex Flex. Nice debut here for both of these guys. No, not so much. Washington absolutely dominating the New York Giants here, 52-14. 272 yards here for Washington. $128 here for Flex. That's not good. The $171, I like that right there, but the 4 turnovers is going to absolutely kill you, especially when your opponent has no turnovers. Jaden Daniels with a 153 rating, 5 touchdowns and 282 yards, completing 80% of his passes. Sen, the quarterback, had 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 47% completions, which makes a whole lot more sense in context now on why he had 170 yards rushing, because the passing game wasn't going to work. Jaden Daniels also adding 100 yards in this one. No receiver here going over 100 yards. We could go ahead and skip those guys as we talked about them in PBL Insider. Speaking of one of the guys that might have been impacted by the patch, the Jets going down to Tennessee, and it was the Tennessee Titans led by Gripe coming away with the victory 28-25. We'll get Gripe's thoughts on this game now as we take a look at the box score. 231 of offensive passing yards for the Jets to 381 here to Gripe. Neither guy really running the ball. No turnovers for Gripe. 2, though, for Wesley. Wesley might be having a little bit of a turnover problem in this game. 152 here for Cam Ward. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Nice 70% completion. Almost matched on the same completion percentage here by Wesley Snipes Jr. Only problem is where Cam Ward had a donut in the interception, Mr. Snipes Jr. had a whopping 2. So that's never a good thing. Nobody ran the ball. We can ignore that. Then on the offensive side, we just talked about it right now, over 350 yards for Gripe. Connor Samuels going for 173. No touchdown. Eric Warwick coming in with 4 catches, 98 yards, no touchdown. Then a couple other guys got in here. One big play from Malik Leonard that went for 79 yards and a score. And Mahoney. Gripe, the floor is yours. Give us a little recap on what happened in this game.
Wesley is a really, really good player, and Wesley's style of play got patched. You can see him going to make the same reads. They just don't work quite the same way. I gave him a non-meta defensive look, and he's just struggled against it. Everybody knows you get a stop, maybe 2, and I got 2 stops in the first quarter, and the game was over. I think I was up 17 maybe at half and ran clock the rest of the way. And good player. He's gonna make the adjustment. I don't know when he's gonna make the adjustment, but he's gonna make the adjustment. Good to get him early in the season before he figures it out.
Bentley already thinking that this is going to be some sort of dish ragging of his Niners. No, what up, old head? What's good, my brother? Oh, man, not much, man. Having a little fun talking over here. I'm here watching my Seminoles in the shootout. What a game. I am missing it because I'm doing this damn show right now, but I'll probably catch it here in a little bit. Cheetah, my opinion, the most improved PBL player in the community. Hesh, do you agree with that sentiment? I guess both of you here. If we had to name one guy that's been the most improved, I'm talking about biggest jump. I'm not talking about a guy that maybe was knocking on an AFC, NFC championship game and now might even win a bowl. I'm talking about the biggest jump. Would you say it's Cheetah? Because that's where I would go.
So I'm going to compare him to Greedy. Last week, Gripe said Greedy's biggest – actually, it wasn't Gripe. I think it was NLB in the chat. He said Greedy's biggest opposition is his time, right? He's not available, blah, blah, blah. With Cheetah, I would say in the same sense, his biggest opposition is his interest level. I think he fluctuates a lot. I've been in leagues with him. Actually, I brought him into PBL through another league. So shout out to me. But I've noticed throughout the years, it's an interest level. It goes up, it comes down. But when he's locked in, man, you don't want to play him. That's all I'm going to say. When he's definitely locked in, you do not want to play him.
And locked in for Cheetah doesn't mean he's going to score 55. It means he's going to play smart. He's going to limit turnovers.
Exactly.
He's going to manage the clock.
Exactly. When he's not locked in, you're going to see vertical routes and he's just lobbing the ball up and just things that get you saying, what the hell is this guy doing? His locked in is when he's focused on the game. Yeah.
Is the bigger question how much Cheetah has improved or how much DJ has regressed, Gripe? Because I know you want to talk about this Houston Texans.
A year ago, this score would have been DJ by 21. And to answer your question, it's both. Cheetah has gotten better, DJ has gotten worse, and we have a 3-point game. I mean, Cheetah easily could have won.
Yep.
Coin flip. Good game. I'm looking at the line. He came back in the fourth. By the way, that's always a tell. When you see a team that's coming back in the second half, that means they figured it out. They figured out the scheme. They figured out the adjustments. Do they have enough time to come back? That's a good sign for Cheetah. So, look, we've already talked about DJ last week. DJ's a good player. DJ's busy. He's making moves. He's flying planes. I'll tell you what he's not doing is he's not labbing.
He's not labbing. Maybe he's playing a flight simulator on Microsoft.
Yeah, he's playing mobile Madden on his phone. Doesn't work quite the same way. So he's a good player. He's going to be in contention. I'll tell you this: he's not making the playoffs, DJ. Neither is Cheetah. To be fair, neither of them are making the playoffs. Both good players. Both are going 7-9, 7-10.
Hey, Greg, let me ask you this. Greg, on the red zone percentage, does that show with the fourth down conversions? The fourth down conversion percentage?
I got to imagine it does if it's inside of the red zone.
Yeah, they both count. There's another category in the team stats that shows red zone percentage for field goal and for touchdowns. It gets more detailed.
So what I'm gathering from that is Cheetah went into the red zone, let's say 4 times and only converted once, and he lost by 3.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, damn, he should have won that game. If he takes field goals on that, he wins.
Tristan Colon in the house. Appreciate the shout out on the hat. Tristan, if you haven't seen the clip from Unk, you're going to have some words. I need you to hit the chat, find where you're tagged, and watch that 20 seconds. You got words with Unk.
Let's take a look here at the box score. Again, a very close game here that, like the guys said, Kansas City could easily have won this game. As a matter of fact, when we were watching that, I thought there was a point there where we actually saw that Kansas City was potentially in it. So, I mean,
it was 28-28, and DJ had the ball, and he just kept moving it down and took the field goal.
Just drove it down. Houston moves on to 1-0 there in week 1. Nick and Stranger Things locking in here. Dylan with the Patriots is not a bad player. He's from Pigskin. He's a real good player. So if you're not familiar with Dylan, he's a real good player. So if you do see the Patriots on here, you know, you're not getting, you know, if you're just not familiar with him, you're not getting any sort of some rookie here who's a pushover. But I said this in PBL Insider. I think this guy is the epitome of consistency. I've yet to see Nick have a bad season. Am I wrong?
I haven't seen it. Good player, always in contention for a playoff spot.
Yeah. Is that the Dolphins is Nick?
Yeah, Dolphins is Nick. I don't think you've played with him, Hesh.
I lost to him week 2.
And week 2, there we go. Now you played with him. 28-24 victory here for Miami in this divisional game here. 142 yards. Those stats are not the sexiest here by either guy. 238 for the Dolphins. Barely, almost got to 100 yards, but 142 yards is really, really bad. 250 here for Dylan in a game that was New England was winning by 3 at half, and then third and fourth quarter, Miami was able to go ahead and come back, tally enough points to get a 4-point victory here. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. DeMar Dunn went 3 touchdowns and 1 INT for 142 yards. Drake May going 255, 3 touchdowns and 1 INT. On the rushing side of it, not a lot happening here. 88 yards on 7 catches here for Darren Sullivan for the Patriots and a touchdown. And Cam Miller also getting into the end zone here, 2 catches, 68 yards and a touchdown. So not the sexiest statistical game here by these guys. So we'll keep it moving here. I continue to tell you guys, Bang is not a bad player. Bang was probably one of the icons that was dominating back when we were all on MGL, on Facebook. You had Melvin when he was running all over everybody. It was a free league. Bang was before Rover Truck. Like, that's how far I go back with Bang. He's always been a really good Madden player. And am I surprised that he lost to Shoddy by 3? Yeah, I didn't think he was going to win. I didn't think he was going to get blown out, but real good game here. And again, the same things start to hover over Shoddy. I am starting to wonder if we're ever going to see Shoddy lift a PBL bowl. I'm really starting to have some reservations on that. We'll get some thoughts from the guys here in a minute. 45-42 Tampa Bay in a division game here against the Panthers. 378, 375. Both guys really putting up the exact same stats. One could argue that, you know, and again, it's obviously cliche, but if he doesn't have these 2 turnovers, he might win this game. He threw 2 turnovers and he only lost by 3. That kind of gives me an indication that this Carolina team is not to be played with.
It's not an indication. I'll just tell you right now, the better team lost that game.
Better team lost that
Bang
game.
was the better player. That box score tells me all I need to know. He turned the ball over twice and he lost by 3. He was the better player. He outplayed Trelly. I didn't see the game. I don't need to see the game. Better player lost.
Trelly will forever never. And look, I got to give Trelly credit here. He will never co-sign. He will never co-sign that Nick is a good player.
That was Shoddy, no?
Shoddy is Tampa Bay.
Sorry, I say Trelly. I meant Shoddy. Yeah,
Shoddy's
the better player in this game. And we aren't getting into week 2 tonight. I'll just tell you, you're going to see something very similar next week.
Jesus.
Shoddy, these are 2. This is a bad win for Shoddy, and you're going to hear that again next week.
Wow. 412 yards here for Mahone. Bryce Young, 389, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the rushing side of things, nobody going close to 100 yards, so they ignore the run game. We ignore their existence as well. Terry McMillan on my fantasy team, 6 catches, $150 and a touchdown. Raheem Bryant, 5 catches, $146 and a touchdown. Isaiah Bond, 8 catches, 129, 2 touchdowns. I mean, a lot of good activity here by both Carolina and Tampa Bay. Shoddy, again, doing what we expect Shoddy to do, getting the victories. But now we're starting to really maybe take a look at some of the players' games a little bit more in depth because we've got PBL Insider, because we've got the weekly recap, because we have to kind of stay on top of everything on a minute-by-minute basis that, you know, now we might start not just applying pressure to the Buccaneers in the postseason, guys, but on a week-to-week basis. Like, Shoddy, is this what you got? is this what you got?
He's not going to care. All he cares about is making the playoffs, and then once that comes around, he's going to care when he's one and done and losing a wild card game. He'll care then.
Yeah. I think if Trelly is not playing his brother in this game, I think Trelly would have felt the exact same exhaustion and frustration that I felt earlier this week in the evening in which I played Tristan and I played Wes. I tuned in towards the end of the game and I was working. So when they went to the box score, and the box score is going to be crazy. I mean, we just saw it. JJ McCarthy won Player of the Week. And you're looking at the stats, and there, if right there I just stop it and I just go, guys, who won? There is no way that you say Trelly didn't win. And you could hear it in his voice that it was Hesh went through this the same night that I was going through it too. I mean, this game defensively, if it's one of those days where that defense is just not responding, it is a skull MK Ultra mind-boggling experience. So let's break this one down. 63-54. Jags get the better of his brother in this game. 529 yards, 1,100 yards of passing offense. And the accusations were there. They're just boosting their stats. I don't believe it. So I'm interested.
I have an explanation for you.
Okay. Let me get through the box score, and then we'll go to Hesh first here. I don't believe it. But I am telling you right now, had Trelly not lost in this fashion to his bloodline, I think Trelly would have needed a few days of not playing video games. 543 yards, 8 touchdowns, and no interceptions. A perfect passer rating for Trevor Lawrence. 93% completion. 93. I'm surprised Trelly didn't accuse Jay of being adopted. That's why you always have bow-legged knees when we were kids. I don't know what
Maybe Jay has something on him. Maybe he's,
Here's what I need. And by the way, this is a good game for both of them. This is not a conspiracy theory corner. That is the way good offensive players are playing Madden. They are both good offensive players. Let me just show where both of them need to take that defense.
Oh,
This here is a pack of Sour Patch Kids that by the way, strongly recommend. You want the big Sour Patch Kid. You don't want the small ones. You want the big ones.
Yeah, that's good.
They need to take those defenses and throw them in the trash. That's where those defenses need to go, both of them. Jay runs a cover 3. I don't know what Trelly runs. Whatever, new ebook, new playbook, new something. Those defenses are trash.
We need to start a poll. Best movie snacks. Are you going with the Sour Patch Kids? Or are you going with the Reese's? Best movie snack at PBS. We need polls moving forward for the next show. But again, Lawrence, 543, 8 touchdowns. Again, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdown passes, 93% completion. I mean, it's ridiculous. This looks like a 7-on-7 me ran on a Canadian football field, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is 15 yards wider on the width side of things. Of course, nobody ran the ball. 200 guys just going over 200 yards. We have both guys, both from Minnesota, Jose Springs and Justin Jefferson, both going over 200 yards. Good spreading of the ball here from Trelly. 15 catches, 8 catches, 3 and 4 touchdowns. I mean, you guys see the stats here. I mean, the stats are the stats. So before we move on, I mean, is there anything else we need to touch on in regards to this game? I put up a poll. I have always historically thought Trelly was better than Jay. Trelly would never admit that. Trelly has always said that Jay is better. Just to touch on this before we move on, how did you guys vote on that? Did you guys vote Trelly historically has been the better player, or Jay has been the better player? Because this score shocks me.
So we touched up on it live during our last show, and I believe Gripe said that Trelly historically is the better player, but right now Jay is. I think I went the opposite with Jay historically has given me more trouble. Actually, no. Historically, Jay has given me more trouble, but I gave Trelly the nod. And it really comes down to, again, Jay just doesn't seem committed to a game. He's not willing to put a ring on the finger for any game, and you see that effect on it.
And he's a gamer. I've always said this about Jay as well. Jay plays video games. Like in all honesty,
and he's not the only one though, because we see it in college football. College football drops, right, and then a month later Madden drops, and then a month later 2K drops, and then a month later FIFA drops, and it's like people are hopping over and
Jay
over.
Plays them all though. But here's the thing: if I find Trelly playing online, Trelly more often than not is playing still a sports game. If I see Jay online, Jay is playing Degrassi and Street Fighter, and he'll be playing Final Fantasy Expedition, and then he's playing Madden. He goes.
He's playing one of those games you make up, the Ghost of Yoti or whatever. What is this stuff? Where do y'all get this from?
Man, Ghost of Yoti, man. I can't wait for next week, man. I'm gonna be on that.
Anyways, back to defense. I think before we really touched up on the game, you said something about how defense is non-existent. And I know a lot of you guys are on YouTube. I'm looking directly at you, looking up plays and all this stuff. But if you dig a little deeper, you see stories of former NFL players like Marshawn Lynch and guys like that who tell stories about them coming into games drunk. Tristan is in here. He might be able to, say something about it. But guys come in, drunk to a game and stuff like that. I think Madden actually programmed that into the game. And that's why we see scores like this. That's
why you think the guys are coming in baked out of
I'm going to take it a step further. It's history time. It's history time on PBL Inside.
Have it. Go at it.
There's a theory in the Madden community that goes back to Madden 05, which had Red Lewis on the cover.
Yep.
And at the time, Madden challenges were played. You guys have heard us talk about this before. Literally on consoles in the mall with a couple hundred dudes getting in fist fights when you're talking trash, beating somebody's ass in a 2-minute quarter game. And the theory was started then and carries through today, and Hesh just referenced it. It's called DDA. It's the idea that the game is programmed for teams who are losing to keep the game close. It pops up every year. Whether it's true or not has never been proven. I don't think it ever will be. But the idea that Hesh you just touched on is it is in EA's best interest to keep games close. I've played the game enough to say I believe it.
I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, a couple years ago, EA actually alluded to that. And
They did.
Yeah, so they alluded to it. And so it's not really a theory. It's happening.
Yeah.
It has to happen. I don't know if it happens in franchise as much as I believe it's coded into MUT, because MUT is
that's their money.
MUT is again, it's the reason why the first thing you see when you play MUT is the player's 3 best cards. Why? Because it wants to psychologically make you go, if I lose, it's because I don't have this 88 Jalen Ramsey. Let me take my debit card and let me go buy a bundle, because at the very least, I'm going to get enough coins probably to sell in order to buy that Jalen Ramsey. And then when you buy that Jalen Ramsey, they're going to give you 3 to 5 guys that the algorithm says you should more than likely beat. So you can go, it worked. And then you get the next guy that's got the next 3 big shiny cards, and he beats you, and you go, well, you're a YouTuber, and then you get mad. You go, now I'm going to give $20 to Civ, or I'm going to give $20 to Zan, and it is what it is. So I definitely think it exists.
It exists, and I'll give you a quote in a minute. Tristan's talking about how it happens in FIFA. DDA stands for Dynamic Difficulty Adjustment, and I'm reading a quote from the CEO of EA a couple of years ago. We've successfully developed a system that applies this technique in multiple games by EA. We observe higher engagement and improvement of the competition with a no effect on making money. That says all you need to hear. And look, that may be true. And in this league, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
The motto for PBL is look in the mirror. All right, the game might be working against you. Figure it out, beat the game.
Figure it out. Yeah, I agree. Bills take on the Cardinals here. Fredo. Boy, crazy what 1 year off does for you, man. He takes on Kyle in this one. By the way, everybody that's going to be on the coast there. You got that big old storm heading that way. So I know Kyle is in the trajectory of that. So keep him in and his family in your prayers. And again, to everybody else that's in that area that does not come to my mind. But Bills and Cardinals lock in here. And Fredo trying to find the Fredo that he used to be. It's not there yet, but you know he keeps grinding here. That being said, good week 1 matchup here for Fredo as the Cardinals get the better of Kyle, 38-21, 315 yards, passing 96 on the ground, $183 here for the Buffalo Bills, $122 on the ground. That's nice right there by Kyle. I got to imagine probably Arizona was in pass commit on every single play. Kyler Murray went 323, 4 touchdowns, 0 INTs. Josh Allen, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, 74%. Not bad on the completion side, but just not very sexy on the stats, man. 122 yards here, though, for James Cook, man. 12 yards a pop and 2 touchdowns. And then on the receiving side, 202 yards, 13 catches. Fredo, is anybody else feeling what I'm feeling? Which is he's missing something. He's missing part of that Fredo juice that has always just been in PBL. Even when we started getting more of the sweats and we all kind of started suffering at the hands of the sweats, Fredo was always just really, really hard. And I think last year kind of beat him up a little bit. And then this first season that we just completed, was it the kindest to him? Thoughts on the Arizona Cardinals and our brethren Fredo and kind of what you're seeing from him in this first month of Madden football?
Fredo and I have talked about this. I think I lumped him and Trelly together, which Trelly took as a shot at him, but I don't mean it that way. I mean it just as what has happened. You've got a guy who has been a perennial playoff player in Fredo who is not a perennial playoff player anymore. That is what you are feeling, Unk. You are feeling the slide from a guy who in any league he joined was a top 10 to 12 player who is now a bottom 10 to 12 player.
Let me push back on this. Has he dropped? How much grace are you giving him that the drop off can be tied more to just the absence of play as opposed to the decline of skill.
The man spends most of his day with a job that is probably more dangerous and harder than any of ours. If you don't know, he's out there fighting crime on the streets in law enforcement. He's not on the sticks, I would guess, other than playing his league games. So yeah, of course, it's a matter of time.
Would you say, I know last week you said that overall the competition has increased in PBL. Would you say that's part of the reason why he's come down?
Yeah. You can't play your league games, log off, and play again in 2 days and be good in PBL anymore. That's not happening.
And we've gone down because, again, we're missing Cerebral, we're missing Slot, we're missing Pluto, we're missing Hexy. Claire, who won the Super Bowl, isn't here. There was a point in PBL last year where it was. I'm not kidding you. I legitimately thought we were 1 or 2 more seasons away from having Goose Guy in here, Drip, who's probably, that kid is possessed when it comes to this game. We had guys where it was just like you logged in and it was just, I represent playing an entire game, but it was point. I beat Drip the day Penny was born. I wanted to uninstall the game that day. I was like, I'm never gonna. I'll see you guys next year. I'm gonna go play Ghost of Tsushima, a game Hedge doesn't believe exists either. Because it was like PBL got crazy.
I don't even know who Drip is, but if he's as good as you're alluding to, that's the moment you retire. You win the Super Bowl, you win the big game, and you retire. And you should have walked away.
PBL got crazy last year. I think where we are right now as a league is perfect. When Mexi wasn't a sweat last year, not for guys like us, but when Mexi wasn't considered a sweat to the top guys in PBL, that tells you the talent that we had in here.
I'll say this about Mexi. The year I think he won 5 Super Bowls, I wasn't impressed because
you weren't impressed.
I didn't lose to him. You guys might have. I've never lost. At that point in my Madden career, I never lost to Mexi, and I can.
What do you mean? You've beaten Mexi?
No, we just haven't played. But that's not the point. The point is, I never lost to him.
Hey, breaking news! I've never lost to Henry.
Yeah, man, Henry, you better not see. Don't come my way. Don't come my way. Let's yeah, Charlie says it was hell. You could take no game. Yeah, it got crazy. So where PBL is now, I think is the Goldilocks zone. Let's get to a game. It was a very good game. We talked about it in PBL Insider. Atlanta getting the better of Seattle in this one. We talked about Chocolate. Real good game here for Chocolate. Again, Tizzy might be the victim of the post patch, but good $150 on the ground. A balanced, dominating game here by Chocolate. $150, 310 yards, 479, 59 yards. We don't have to stay on this game too long. We touched about it in PBL Insiders. 310 yards, 4 touchdowns for each guy, and Milrow with 498. Look, I think at the end of the day, and I touched on this in PBL Insider, Chocolate has seen the story of Trelly before. And we really haven't talked about Chocolate. We just did a list right now where I think both of you guys were split on whether I'll beat Chocolate. I don't think that was the way that it would have been addressed last year. I think last year, unanimously, everybody would have said, no, Chocolate's going to beat Unk. But he's kind of become like this forgotten stepchild because he's not the new toy anymore. The new toy now is the guys like Tizzy, the guys like Dime, and they're getting the attention that Chocolate used to get. But now that everybody kind of knows Chocolate is a good player, just kind of pushed him to the side. And then he didn't make a really deep run. And I think this was a reminder. I think this was a game that Chocolate went, I'm going to remind everybody that this is not just, are you the new toy that everybody can play with here? This was a very, very impressive victory here for chocolate. I love it. I love watching something like this. Bijan Robinson went for a $144, averaging 8 yards a pop and 4 touchdowns. Had the Al Bundy Pokai game. 173 and 145 here for Kenneth Walker and Pinata, 2 touchdowns and a touchdown here, respectively. Again, we talked about this on PBL Insider, just so we can kind of get through some of these games. Do you guys want to add anything here? Or do we just want to go ahead and move on here to these last few games?
Big game for chocolate. Tizzy is on crisis mode in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I really don't have anything to add, honestly. I'm not too familiar with either of them.
Yeah, I mean, Chocolate had a really, really good season last year. Tizzy has been good. And there really isn't. The drop-off has been so drastic that you can't help but go, it was the patch. Like, we're not talking about a guy that went from, 11-5 and maybe now he's 2-2, or like he's legitimate. He hasn't won a game. Like, the drop-off is too drastic.
And he lost his first game after the patch in the playoffs last season.
Nos is in here. No. Yeah, let me tell you guys.
I've mentioned Weiss beat Blaze.
Weiss beat Blaze.
Weiss beat Blaze.
Crushed Blaze.
He crushed Blaze. Wow. God damn.
Hey, Huss,
what do you want me to do, Jay? What do you want me to do?
Huss, you hyped up Blaze.
I did hype up.
Number 1 in the CVC and PBL, and you said this guy is a beast in Madden.
He was. I believe that he's a good player.
Pre-patch or Madden last year?
Damn.
And by the way,
I can't defend it.
Important detail. Blaze quit in the third quarter. That was not a 73-51. That was if they had played that game out, he was putting up 100.
I'm telling you right now, not that I'm advocating for this, but if Weiss has people tapping out, we need to give Weiss an X factor. Weiss making people tap out is crazy. Did you forget Weiss is underneath me and Jay?
I gotta say this. I remember Weiss from not last Madden, but the Madden before in MGL, and he was a tough ass player. He was.
Who?
Weiss in MGL. I remember we were in the same division, and he probably beat me 3 out of 4 times. Luckily, I beat him in the playoffs. He knocked me out the year before. But if we're getting that Weiss from 2 years ago, you got to put some respect on his name. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if it's the same. This isn't Weiss with Florida State and PBLU who tapped out in 2 weeks. This is Weiss in Madden, in his environment, in his realm, where he's comfortable, where he has, like Ripe always says, he's in the zone, he knows the game, he understands it, he's not thinking, he's just playing. Put some respect on his name. That's all I'm going to say.
Is a very controversial user in PBL, and without wanting it, catches a lot of strays from guys like me. I love Weiss, but I don't like the he's under me and he's not Trelly and he's not Jay, and I don't believe he's anywhere close to it. And I've done this for the tier 1 guys. I've done this for the guys that go, you hang. I do this to Norm. I've never seen Norm win shit. I know he hangs out with Hexy. I know he hangs out with Claire. I know he hangs out with Pluto. I know it was all that little group. I've never seen Norm win anything, and I gotta call it.
Let me ask you this:
a lot of strays, because I'm listening to you, and and he's beating me. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not coming at this from like I beat Weiss 55-0 every game, but I don't think I've ever seen Weiss and gone, oh man, never. Gripe, have you? Apparently Hesh has.
No. Gripe, listen, I respect the competition. He was good. He was tough. He knew what I like to do. I knew what he liked to do. He always just was a step ahead of me. But here's my question to you, because I'm going to push back on you, Huss. If Blaze and Trelly play, who are you picking? If Blaze and Jay play, who are you picking?
Right now,
$1,000 on the line.
Right now, oh my God, man, I've got this visual of Blaze that I need therapy. I would take now.
You need a short-term memory.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need. Because I would take Trelly and Jay, and I'm not kidding. I would be scared.
You would be scared.
And you're saying, yeah, I would be scared to take them, thinking that Blaze would beat them. You're saying you could go on just go shopping and wait to collect your $1,000 because Trey and Jay are gonna dog walk Blaze.
No. I'm asking you to reference back to this game. So if you're telling me that you have trouble picking between Blaze and Trelly or Blaze and Jay, we just beat him in 3 quarters by 22 points.
Yeah, no,
so
listen,
I have to bring him up to that level.
Trelly right now is saying, he's responding to me saying, you better give him respect this year. Like, he's telling me, I'm giving you because I love you. I'm giving you a forewarning. If you would have asked me at the start of this game what the score is going to be, I would have said 73-51 Saints, and Weiss is going to dash in the half. I would have said what you're watching right now, what we're watching right now is what I would have said would have happened, but it would have been Blaze dropping 70 points on him, and it would have been Weiss saying, I'm done with this game. I'm going to go play Tarkov.
You answered your own question.
And I'm wrong.
Yeah, but you answered your own question though. If you're saying that you don't know between those 3 who's the better one, if they're right there neck and neck, Weiss put himself in the conversation.
Weiss has jumped a tier.
I've never seen Weiss beat Jay or Trelly.
He is still just below Jay and Trelly.
486 yards here for Lance Schultz, 9 touchdowns, 2 INTs.
Hey, Weiss, I got your back, bro.
Bayless, 478, 5 touchdowns.
I'm the only one who doesn't need glasses.
I just want to know if anybody goes out to dinner with their girlfriend afterward and they're salty as hell. And the girl's like, "What's wrong, baby?" You're like, you wouldn't understand.
Back in the day, yes. Losing could change your mood for a good 8 to 16 hours, depending on the loss.
That's how I was. Thank God I lost those 2 games to those 2 idiots at 11 o'clock at night. Kyron Williams going to $139 here for Weiss and a touchdown. And then on the interception side of it, 203 yards. Let's move on to the next game. He deserves what happened here.
That was a sim. You see it's 0 played.
Oh, dude. Listen, I got to give Bentley his credit. I have, much like Weiss, I love Bentley to death. But I have gone at Bentley's neck for years. And he's finally like a damn problem. And we don't get to talk about him in week 1. Chicago, Detroit, there's nothing to talk about here. 4 interceptions.
I watched the game. There's a lot to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead. It's Mexi, man. I had some really bad interceptions early on. It's still early with the offense. I like where I'm going with the offense. Go, give your thoughts here. Take this one.
No, you just said it. Hesh referenced it earlier. When your offense is crispy, when your fingers are moving and you haven't thought yet, you're still thinking. You can see it on the screen. You're missing windows. You're a second late. You'll get there with reps. But Mexi is not a player to be labbing an offense against.
Nas says, my gray hairs turned black after retiring from Madden. What are you playing now? Are you still playing Rivals? Yeah, this was not a good game. We don't need to touch on this. We touched on this already in PBL. Let's move this on so we can finish the show. We're already 13 minutes over. I didn't want to go more than 115. So we're still kind of within Q because this is the last game because Norm continues his amazing streak of not playing games and paying for leagues. We talk about NLB and Kiss Tech. Well, this is going to be an easy one. There's not much to talk about. We broke down NLB already. There's no need to talk about him anymore. 63-14 over Kiss Tech and the Raiders. Bo Nix, again, 538, 8 touchdowns. God dang, man. Richardson Sr., 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and just a really bad game for Anthony Richardson.
Listen, I think this is important to say for 10 or 15 guys in the league who are not going to win the Super Bowl. and you know it. The goal of this season is not to win the Super Bowl. It's to get your offensive scheme down and not change. So whether you're Kiz Tech, whether you're Blaze, whether you fill in the
He's
name.
talking to me and you, Huss.
Whether you want to take a shot at Hesh just played his first game in Madden a couple days ago for this year. I'd say, Hesh, you're in the same category. You're not winning a Super Bowl this year. You got to get your scheme down. Kiz
I'll
is
be
in
happy if I win 2 games. If I win 2 games, I am throwing a party.
Good. That's a good season. Build on it going into next season. Get your scheme down, Kiz. And I think that's what you see in this game against NLB. NLB's got his offense. He hasn't changed in multiple seasons. Kiz Tech is still surging.
Peralta with 331 yards, 7 catches, 4 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Denver absolutely completing. Let's just take a sneak peek at week 2 so you guys can get a little bit of a taste of what is coming for the next show. There's some good games that got played here. Oh, Mexi taking down Gripe. We'll talk a little bit more on that one. Green Bay starts off.
Are all the games played already?
We're in week 3 already. We're in week 3 already.
Oh, we should have done quicker recaps and knocked week 1 and 2 out. Maybe for the next one.
Maybe we could, because we got to try to knock it up because we got the advance on Sunday. So maybe I'll try to do like the week 2 because I like the Tuesday Friday schedule. So final thoughts, boys, on this first recap. Anything that stood out? Anything going? I know we haven't done week 2, but going into week 3, obviously no games have been played. Some good matchups here. Let's take a look. I'm actually interested in this game. The way Greedy has been playing. What do you guys think about
Vikings over the Bears?
Vikings over the Bears?
Yep.
You're not taking the Vikings over the Bears.
That's a good game. I don't have Mexi as an underdog against anybody. I like Cheetah in that game.
I like Cheetah. Yeah, I like this Pittsburgh-Kansas City game, to be honest with you.
The odds are 1 in 1,000. I put a dollar for the Vikings, and I'm a winner.
This is a game where I'm going to look like an idiot if Eagles dominates this game. Like, this is a game this is a must-watch. This is must-watch, right?
I think Aiden's better than you guys give him credit for. But that's also coming from me.
I got Aiden winning the East.
Oh, okay.
Game of the week. Cowboys and Eagles. Let's stream that game and announce it. I think they're playing tomorrow night.
Perfect.
Oh, shoot. I play NLB.
This is the type of game Ramsey needs to win. Like, if Ramsey wants to get some respect, win this game and we'll talk. That's a great – oh, my God, man. Does Seattle start off 0-3? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hesh?
Yeah.
Jesus. The Titans and Kiz Tech, nice vacation.
That was the quickest segment we went through.
God damn, great. Nice vacation there for Gripe. Weiss and Dimes. What are you doing, Hesh?
I'm going Weiss.
I'm going
Weiss,
bro.
I read the comments, and you're wrong. Weiss wins this game.
Dimes by 2 touchdowns.
Dimes by 2 touchdowns? Jesus.
I'm going to come in on Tuesday, and I'm going to expect an apology.
I'll be right here. You'll be waiting for a long time.
Weiss is not winning this, bro.
You'll be waiting.
I'm going to win this game.
Flip it.
Browns and Broncos, you're not liking your chances here, Hesh?
If I score 7 points, I'm happy.
Yeah, Hesh, you need to stop. That's ridiculous. All right, Goat and Fredo.
Taking Goat.
I've never said this. These guys have been playing for nearly 6 years. I'm taking Goat over Fredo. Where are you guys going?
Sure. Goat.
Right?
Probably Goat.
Wow, you're not secure yet. And Bentley, you see that? That wasn't me. Don't threaten me tomorrow at 7 a.m. when you wake up with me and tell me, let's go ahead and let's play MUT. Like, because I know that's a passive-aggressive invitation. That's a passive-aggressive invitation from you every Saturday morning when you see me online streaming. Chocolate and Bang. I like Bang in this one. I like the Panthers in this one.
I'll say this. There's some games on a schedule that make your season. That's the game. Panthers need that game to compete for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Are we gonna run through the PBLU bracket real quick, or
sure?
Let's do that. I know.
All right, boys. I'm bouncing off.
All right,
see you guys on the newsletter tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a look here at.
It's just me and you.
Let's take a look here. Hey, hold on. First off, I want to check something real quick. I want to see if I've been pulled off of suspension. So I can start playing. So I can start playing Ultimate Team again.
You
I
were
told you I bought some
suspended?
coins from. I bought some coins from Carolina from Bang. He wasn't playing college anymore, and it wasn't from an auction house. I thought I was just buying coins from a buddy. He gave me like 3 million coins for like $20, and I got suspended, so I couldn't even play. Oh, look at all this. See, I haven't played. Hold on. We'll get there right now to the playoffs. I just gotta see if I could buy stuff again in the auction house, because I really do like the way CFB is playing for the purposes of. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Just. Oh, and it's season 3, so I gotta start. All right, store, and it would. Oh no, it was the auction house that it wouldn't let me go into. Hey, I'm out of parole, baby! Woohoo! I'm not on parole no more.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. They won't let me. What's that Akon song he made famous?
I don't remember.
Oh man! All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the PBL. I think we've got like 2 games that got played. Oh my god, why am I back in mud? I'm in cut. I'm so happy. Oh man, I am so far behind. I'm gonna have to buy coins again
For cut?
for cut and get suspended again. All right, Dynasty. All right, so I know we got some games done. So there you go. You got Tristan advancing. Good game here for Tristan. 436, 56 to 28.
The game.
It was a close game. What happened in the second half?
It was close, and I think at some point Tristan started spamming a play that Penn State couldn't stop, and he ended up apologizing to him after the game. But it was just I was able to catch glimpses of it, and it was, Blaze scored a touchdown, win up 21-14, ensuing kickoff.
Tristan wants to join us.
Yeah. I sent him the link.
There he is. What up, T?
What the dealio?
Talk to us here. You got a nice little victory here. It was a close game, and then in the second half, you completely blew him out. What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Oh, perfect. Let's talk about what happened. All right, let's give the hard, honest facts, because I already sent the bullshit ass clip into the chat. All right, my man was throwing up prayers and just praying to the Lord above on every 3rd and 15, and Nick Singleton turned into prime. And when I say prime, I mean prime. Madden 15, Madden 16, Christian Okoye, and was just fucking juiced up, trucking and breaking every fucking tackle.
So what happened in the second half? Was it that his player just stopped outperforming, or did you do anything on your end?
Well, EA just quit. I ran the same defense in the first half that I ran in the second half. I ran literally the same exact defense in the first half that I ran in the second half.
Hey Tristan, I'm gonna say this: when he threw that ball and your corner or your safety just dropped the pick and then goes straight into his receiver's hands and scores at the end of the half, I thought you were gonna break your Xbox. Honestly.
Well, I will say this. I've already showed you guys the armchair. Here, we'll go live real quick. All right, what's up, everybody?
What up?
Let me see how can I flip this back camera. So we see the gaming chair, right?
Yeah.
I threw. Oh, my bad. I threw this as. Oh, wrong side.
Hold on, we'll go big screen.
Wherever the hell it is. I threw this one. This comes off. This right here. Hold on. Look, I had to slam it on earlier because it kept falling off. I got pissed, and this did get launched at the wall earlier. Now, here's my whole problem with it. All right. Now let's say this. DSY or Blaze, wherever it is,
Yeah.
he might be a good player. It is what it is. He might be. But whenever somebody's running just cover 2 man and we can't beat press man, I got to question how good you are actually at the game. It's a simple concept. It's not that hard. You know what I
Man.
mean?
I'm taking
Yeah,
that as a shot on me though, because I love playing Madden.
That's all
I
you
think-
do is play. Maybe I need to start playing, man.
Well, do you know the only reason why I started playing man is because when I was playing Unk kept coming out in the tight end bunch, and the only thing that I could get to stop it was press man. I
don't
couldn't. I
really
literally.
trust my
I
man.
tried. I did the same thing against Wesley in our Natty game yesterday. Press man. He kept coming out and gun bunch.
Did you
I
beat
said,
him? Oh, damn, Wes.
Now,
Wes.
hold on. Let me. I have to say this. They weren't completely even teams. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
Who'd you have?
Well, it's in our relegation league. So the only way you can get a good team is by getting a job offer.
So you start as a 3-star or a 2-star, and you
Oh,
got to work your way up.
Yeah, so we all started at 72 and under teams. 72 overall and unders.
So what? You play 72 and under, and then you finish the season, and then your coach gets a job offer from a higher tier school,
And then you can only accept head coaching jobs though.
and other guys don't get the job offer. So the next season you might be now a 4-star.
So I went undefeated with Hawaii, and I got USC. So what I do? I'm at USC now. Another guy in the league went 7-5, and he got Clemson. And Wesley's gone back-to-back seasons of 12-plus wins, and he's still at Jacksonville State. Hasn't got an offer.
Now, does the school you start at matter?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, think about it this way. Like, recruiting-wise and your prestige of your school.
No, but I'm talking about in job offers.
So, there's a thing on Reddit that says there's like a tier of the schools that are kind of like stepping stones, which in a way, if you think about it, it makes sense because like in real life, a lot of the coaches that go to like Arkansas State or like Southern Appalachian, those Sun Belt schools, they always end up at like the Power 5 schools. You know what I mean? So like in a way, like I went to Hawaii, and the only job offer I got was USC and UCLA. We're both in California.
Yeah.
How do you guys handle the scheduling for that?
So the way it works right now, so everybody starts at a shitty school, and it's 4 conferences. What is it? 6 to 7 users in each conference until you get the full 32. The top 3 teams from each conference gets promotion to like a Big Brother conference, and then the bottom 3 from the Big Brother conferences get relegated to the Little Bro conferences. So you play 4 to 5 conference games in a season, and then you pay 3 to 4 out of conference. You have like 2 to 3 CPU games in a season.
That's crazy. I like that.
I might need an invite into that.
Yeah.
We'll get set up right now. We just hit transfer portal tonight. I'll let y'all know.
I mean, that's interesting.
I don't think Kristen wants the competition in there.
Not after he has. Tristan is quick to say that Penn State needed EA, but last night or a couple of nights ago, when he's performing Shekinah glory at levitation with I'm like, bro, what is this, bro?
Well, let's take a pause real quick. If Tavis St. Clair 95 throw power and a green throw underthrows it, you wouldn't even have had to have the animation.
We've played 2 games. You've won by a combined 6 points. It is only 7. A matter of. I'm not going to make this about me.
What about the first game? What about the first game we ever played?
Well, the first game we ever played, I used to have abs and a dope ass hairline. I don't care much.
Here's the thing though. The next game we play is gonna be in the shoe, baby.
That's
true.
That's
hey!
true. Will you have Jeremiah Smith?
Oh, and he's back. He's only a sophomore. He's back. He's gonna be a 99.
Yeah, we need season 3 to get rid of Jeremiah, but his wide receivers coming in might be just as good or better. So don't.
I ain't
gonna escape the wide receiver core in Ohio State.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. We found a 6'4" speedster star. It's like a jam 4-star receiver. Based off this little freshman recruiting we got going on, I got Jeremiah Smith 2.0 already coming in.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Huss, what did you say about drug testing players?
We're starting. That's what we need to do.
I think so.
I need that Hesh DM at 3:30 in the morning telling Tristan, bro, my bad. I gave you 15 road games, but
Listen,
I'm tired. I haven't
Hey,
slept,
hold on,
bro.
hey. Is that what DSG did? He just texted you and said,
Yeah, he just sends me a text like at 4:30 in the morning. He said, bro, I haven't slept. All the bread didn't bake. The oven wasn't working. And I got you next season. Well, give me next season.
you would have made the playoffs if you didn't take a forced loss. That Friday night you slept when you were supposed to play Cheetah. You overslept and took a forced loss.
There we go. I got too many road games
You
and I'm
could have
old.
made it.
That's
but
what
season two, live season two.
Season 2, I better have home games and one game here physically. I will send you my address. I need to play a home game in my backyard. That should one of those needs to be home field advantage for me as well.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I said, and I'm taking all away games. This season 2 is literally going to be the road to glory for me. Everything on the road.
George is on the road?
That's my punishment. Even though I know EA didn't save it, I got to be accountable somehow. It didn't save it. I'm going to take the blame. I'm going to go road all the way through.
Hey, I'm not going to lie
to you. Except Ohio State. I think I'm playing Ohio State at home.
Hey, looking at the playoff though, I am interested in the Washington and Notre Dame game. Obviously, T. Relly's a good player. I got a lot of respect for T. Relly and Jay. And
who's Washington?
I have no idea who the Washington kid is.
He's Aaron. He came from Cheetah's League.
Oh, he came from Cheetah's League.
Him and Wesley went toe to toe. He went toe to toe with somebody else too.
Washington is a good player stuck in a bad roster. If he has and it's not a bad roster, but if he has a better roster, I would go with Washington. In that game, I'm definitely going Trelly. I would have gone UCLA if they hadn't played.
I would have gone UCLA too.
I would have gone Ohio State if they hadn't played. Definitely.
And how do you feel about your game tomorrow? Oh, when are you playing tomorrow?
Man,
in 2 days.
I play him in 12 hours. I hate playing Dawes.
Dawes?
I hate it. I hate it because I know what's happening and he still gets that. I just hope I get enough sleep tonight.
I'm not going to lie. I was praying him and Wesley were going to end up on the same side again. I just wanted to see round 3 so bad.
It's going to be a good game tomorrow. These games are going to be good. We got let's try to schedule it so I can do commentary. I mean, it's only 2 games
left.
I
think Washington is supposed to be playing Trelly tonight.
Is it tonight? Hold on.
From what
they should be kicking off. He had a game at 9 Eastern. They were playing after, so they might have already played. Or they might be playing right now.
So if I win, who's going to win between us? I know what the answer you're supposed to say, but what's your confidence level?
Between me and you?
Yeah, we've never played.
Come on,
I know you've watched my stream.
He said, "Come on, Hez.
Come on, Hez. You know what I'm gonna say. You know how I'm feeling right now. I feel like Jeremiah Smith is untouchable.
God.
He's untouchable, and he didn't even go crazy against Penn State. He had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. When I need him to score, he's there.
Okay.
I'm assuming Trelly's going to stream this game, right?
Probably not. I don't think he really streams college football.
That Washington kid's been streaming his games.
I'll check.
Has he?
Discord.
Yeah, you might need to tell him though to turn off the.
What's his?
They should be kicking off right now. Actually,
can I get his? I don't see his. I'm trying to see. Is it Builder, Missouri, and Archie?
Nah, Builder's Nolan. That's who I brought in.
Is that league that you're in with Builder and Devo?
That's Elite. That's the Elite 32. That's the other money league.
What's his Twitch?
I have it's Twinks_707. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send me the link.
I'll send it in their game channel.
Okay.
Is he streaming?
I think they're about to lock in. Yep, there it is. Okay, I got this.
Just send a message. Tell them make sure one of y'all streaming.
Ask them right now. Let me follow him.
I already sent him a message. All right, so Tristan, you got UCLA and Notre Dame. Who wins that one?
See, I want to say West because West, like again, West is a good player. My only thing is though, is that Notre Dame is so much better, and it's gonna be neutral field. Like, there's no home field advantage. There's nothing like so. Like West is gonna do whatever he wants on offense. It's just a matter of can he get a stop on T. Relly when he's on defense.
How do you think? What do you think about West's run defense?
I don't think it's not he. Oh, he loves running the double A. So he's lined up in double A every play. Now he's doing some exotic stuff. He'll put different coverages behind
Different
it.
zones, yeah.
Half the field will be man, half the field will be zone, stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. He's really fast. What is it with the hot routing, audibling, single players on defense? The thing is, that's my thing with West. And I think he's obviously a really good player. But I think at times when he's on defense, he just does too much instead of just playing base coverages.
Simple.
Because he's good. He has an unreal switch stick. He lines up everything. He's really good on offense. Now again, defense is hard enough as it is on this game. So it's just that's my whole thing. I know he loves the double A, but it literally gets gashed. Inside zone, duo. He's got the new thing down where he's bringing the safety down. But if he brings the safety down and you un-ID the safety, it still splits up the middle. If you don't un-ID the safety, then the three tech's wide open in the A gap. So it's just stuff like if people know what they're doing, they'll be able to run the ball.
Yeah, and I asked that because Trelly is a good runner.
Yeah,
I think especially.
Are you guys going Trelly in this one?
If Wes and Trelly play, if Trelly beats Washington,
no, Trelly. This game right now, Washington and Notre Dame. Who do you guys have?
I gotta go Trelly.
I'm going Trelly, but I would not be surprised. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. But Trelly, when it comes to playoffs, he's simple, but he's effective, and he will run the ball 65 times if he has to. He doesn't care.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're supposed to be starting soon.
And I think if Trelly and Wes match up, I would actually take Wes on that one.
Yeah, I'll say.
Oh, you're breaking up, Tristan. You're breaking up.
Yeah, I think my phone's about to die. I ain't gonna lie.
That's probably what it is. All good.
Your phone's about to die, and your playoff hopes next round will die with it.
Oh, wait, my recording. Oh, crap. The recording's, it says recording. Ask all guests to stay in studio until the recording is done. No data detected while recording. Grep is not completed. Oh, okay. I think it's just giving me info on
Am I good? Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we just plugged it in. That's all it needed. See?
There you go.
Damn, let's get this game started, dude.
Oh, you're gonna call it?
I don't know if I'm gonna call it more than just kind of chill. I mean, we can, this is like
okay.
Peyton Manning, Eli Manning Monday night. Like if I call it, I gotta get off and I gotta get. But this is like because I mean we'll just go to the game. This is kind of like the Peyton Eli stuff on Monday night.
Yes, we should be doing that.
That way they can just they can keep the commentary on for all I care if we do it in that format.
I think like a format like that, if you were to able to call the game and then have both players on stream with you, that would make it really cool.
That would be
No.
That would be
You
crazy.
couldn't do it.
Like
couldn't
that
do
would
it.
be nuts.
Don't worry, bro.
Like,
You're gonna be watching, so you have time to jump in.
DSG, can you imagine if you would have got me and Noon? Me and Noon during
wow.
our second
Man.
game?
Dude, Noon is a character, man.
Hey,
That
bro.
Dude, did you never listen to the diss track he sent everybody? Did you?
No, he
Bro.
just threatened. He just told me he was gonna drop one for me.
He dropped a diss track about a year ago that I'm talking, bro. It was amazing, bro.
Dude.
I was like,
Huss, I don't know.
that dude woke up his poor producer and probably was like, yo, meet me at the studio. His producer's like, yo, we're about to knock out a Drake style album. My man was like, yo, I need you for like a minute 30 to roast these motherfuckers on this damn league that I'm in. And all he did was just go down the list and roast everybody, bro. But it was so good. It was
that's
so
fire.
good, man. It was so damn good. So
It got
all
some
right, well,
people afraid to just talk trash to him. Some people just backed off. I don't want to be on the next diss track.
and I love it because he's just like this history professor. He teaches history, but he's always teaching on Pearl Harbor. Like every time he's called me, like you hear the kids in the back and they're always asking, like, I'm like, bro, you've been teaching on Pearl Harbor since like October.
Is that
It's
where
March.
the Hiroshima?
Yeah, that's all he does. He screams
that
Hiroshima
makes
when he
sense.
throws bombs. Like
When he throws
my
bombs, he yells
my man-
Hiroshima.
My man teaches one subject, history, and one topic in history. My man's like Genesis 1. Japan started.
That would have been a great game to have him.
Are you picking up that Ghost of Yoti?
Before I pick up the Ghost of Yoti, I'll go back and finish.
Yeah, you got to finish this game.
Tsushima.
I can't believe you haven't finished that game, but that game,
Bro. I haven't finished Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Ghost Tsushima. I finished Black Myth Wukong though.
I'm gonna
That's
play
another
that game
made-up
on
game.
mute.
That's another made-up game.
I'll play that shit on mute, man.
Hesh, you got
You need those games, Hesh. Like,
you got to
need
broaden
a
your
game-
genres.
You need a game that decompresses, dude. Not only do I play those games, I play those games on PlayStation. Like,
I know. I'll be honest.
Like,
When I play like Black Myth Wukong, I don't decompress. My eyes are so close to the screen. I'm having to memorize combos and dodges and what to do next.
It was like listening when I heard it was like when I was watching the game start, I go, this might be one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Then I heard him talk, and I don't know, it was like seeing like a beautiful girl and then seeing like hairy armpits. Like, I don't like, bro, when that dude talked, I was like, there's no way in hell that these guys thought.
Black Myth.
There was like, I thought he was going to be like, you don't know who I am. I am Black. And he's like, hello. I was like, what?
But that's how he is though in the mythology though. He's a jokester, a trickster, or whatever.
Okay, maybe I need to okay, that might open me up to
He's more of like you know Loki is in like Norse mythology and like the Marvel stuff, right? Loki.
Yeah.
Sun Wukong's like that in the like Japanese culture or China, whichever one it was.
All right. Well, we've lost everybody with the exception of whether these guys are going to play, and then we can announce it. If they're not going to play, though, then I'm going to end the stream and go hang out with the wife. Let's see.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, you know what? Let me go chill with the wife, man. I'm gonna watch the game. Maybe. Yeah. Let me go chill with the wife because I think.
No, you can. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on. We can do this.
We gotta do this.
We can definitely get this going.
All right, boys. All right, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I'll see you on the next one. All right, boys. Peace.
Good night.